Hey everyone, it's Tarkon again. I know it's been a while since my last video. It's been a little bit busy lately, and I've been doing other things. But I'm back, and I want to talk to you today about something that I think actually is very important to a lot of people when they're approaching the law of attraction. Whether they're doing it for the first time or they've been doing it for a while, one thing I've found in my own research, mainly, and also, just speaking to people, is that more than anything, more than money, more than anything, what people really want is love in their lives. They want to manifest love, and more specifically than that, they want to manifest specific people. And in the case of this video, we're going to be discussing manifesting back an ex-lover, an ex-wife or husband, ex-boyfriend, girlfriend, and this can also apply to anyone specific that you want to be with, that maybe you don't have that kind of romantic or sexual history with, but you would like to create a romantic or sexual history with them. I'm actually going to be discussing this type of topic more on this channel. Money will still be a focus as well. I think that those are kind of the two main areas in people's lives that they want to focus on when they get into this kind of work. But most importantly, like I mentioned already, is love, and is manifesting back an ex. So I want to say first off, before I begin, unequivocally, I'm never going to answer this question again unless someone really asks me directly. Is it possible to do this using the law of attraction? And unequivocally, absolutely, 110, 50, 250%, 1,000% yes. All right. And I hope that all of you watching this right now, that this will now, you can put that question aside, because you're going to have to, if you want to get anywhere with this topic. Let me add a caveat to this, because it can seem more difficult when you're dealing with manifesting situations with other people. All right. And that's not to say that it is more difficult. That's only to say it can be more difficult, or it can appear more difficult, because we have more intense emotions attached to people than we do to things like money, right? We have intense emotions around money, because well, sure, maybe we have fear around money, not having enough, losing what we have, etc., etc. But those are all just fears based on future events that we're imagining in a negative light. And the same can be applied to manifesting people into your life. However, especially when you're dealing with an ex, as we're talking about in this video, if you're dealing with an ex, then you have another layer of emotions that come into it, because most likely what's going on is that you have some negative experiences, this person is an ex in your life because of a fight that you had, a bad breakup that you had. In most cases, I feel that that's going to be what's going on. Not in all cases. It's possible that you had a mutual breakup and now you want to try things again, but you don't know where they're at or what's going on. Maybe you've been out of touch for a while. All kinds of scenarios are possible. But for most people that I deal with, and in my personal experience, it's been that there's a lot of negative emotions, a lot of anger and disappointment, and issues of abandonment, and maybe people were cheating on each other. And those are the kinds of emotions that come up out of an experience that can complicate things when you're trying to create a new experience with somebody that you have a history with, all right? And that's really what we're doing. That's what we're talking about, because if you're hell-bent on getting that old relationship back, well, it's never going to be that way. But that's a good thing, all right? I want you to see that as a good thing and not as a discouraging thing, because what you want is a brand new relationship with a person with whom you've already had a relationship, right? That's what we're talking about. So first and foremost, understand that. That's number one, that what you're building now with this person energetically through the law of attraction is a brand new relationship. One that's going to be even better than the first one that you had, okay? Now, I'm not going to talk about all the other different things in this video because there are so many different things. It's going to take a bunch of videos. It's going to take a series of videos. And in fact, I'm already thinking about getting a book. I have a book idea going about this too. So I don't think there are enough books about this out there. There are some good ones. I'm going to link to those below for you, but I think there needs to be more, and I think there need to be many different perspectives, because there are so many different perspectives on this, and I don't want it to be confusing. But I'm going to talk about things that have worked for me. I have brought people into my life, specific people, using the law of attraction. I've also pushed them out of my life using the law of attraction. By default, not meaning to, right? Again, relationships can be sticky. They can seem sticky. And there's a lot of conflicting information out there about it. I want to touch also on things like how to improve your dating life, even if you're not wanting to attract anyone specific. Well, let's say you want to attract somebody just in general. You know, maybe you've been alone for a while and you're sick of it, and you want somebody in your life, or you want a series of people in your life. You want to go out and date and have fun. So I'll be talking about that more in future videos as well. But one thing I want to actually just say to you briefly today, and this is a very basic thing, because if we are talking about an ex, and if the situation is such that, let's say you've been out of touch with them for a little while, okay, or maybe you've been kind of stalking them a little bit, or blowing up their phone with text messages or phone calls, or stalking them on social media, you know, and it hasn't been working, obviously that kind of stuff is going to work against you, okay? And I'll touch on why and how in the future, because you're coming from a place of need, and that's the first thing you need to get rid of, okay? You need to get rid of your sense of needing that person in your life. You got to stop saying I need them. You got to start saying I want them. That's true with anything. Stop saying you need money, start saying you want money, and start asking yourself why. So here's number one today, for the purposes of this video, what I want for you to start thinking about this week, actually today, goddammit, what I want you to start thinking about is what you love about that person. Now, if this is a recent breakup, this might be difficult for you to do, which is all the more reason for you to do it. I want you to do it anyway, all right? If it's a recent breakup, you might still be feeling angry and disappointed. You might still be feeling like they hurt you. Maybe you're not feeling so warm and cuddly about them. But see, if that's the case, then all the more reason to start switching your thinking around, to start replacing that thinking with more positive thinking. I want you to take a moment and a deep breath. And before you do any of this kind of stuff, visualizing, whatever, take 5 deep breaths. Hold it. Breathe out. All right, do that 5 times in a row just to get yourself a little bit centered. It works. It works. Okay. And I want you to start thinking back in your mind to when you first fell in love with them, that person. When you first noticed them, and when you had that honeymoon period, right, in your relationship. And everybody has that in the beginning of their relationship. When people are in love, they have that honeymoon period, right? I love that honeymoon period personally. Sometimes when it sort of, you know, we settle into that habituated part of it, when the honeymoon is over, sometimes I tend to sabotage things, because my friend put it to me once, I'm a honeymoon chaser is what he said, because he's one as well. So anyway, you can think back to that pretty easily. All right. Ask yourself, why? What was it about them that attracted me to them in the first place? I want you to start thinking about their positive qualities, and not how they hurt you, how they were an asshole or a bitch, or how they cheated on you, or how they lied to you, or how they used you, or how they did this, or how they did that. All that stuff has to go out the window, because chances are you're probably thinking about all that crap today, every day, all day anyway, right? And it's not been getting you anywhere. Okay, so you need to, it's difficult to just stop. Someone's playing their car radio outside. It's funny. Anyway, it's difficult to just stop doing that. So I don't want you to stop doing that. I want you to just start doing something else, something more productive, which is to begin to look for the qualities in them that attracted you to them to begin with, right, in the first place. So take those 5 deep breaths. All right, calm yourself down. Get yourself in a nice centered space. Get yourself a notepad, a piece of paper, or anything like that, a pen. You can even do it on the computer. I find writing something with my hand on a piece of paper, holding a pen or pencil, much more. I find it much more of a direct experience, which gives me a more of a direct energetic experience with the exercise. So I prefer that, but whatever works for you. If you're someone who types all the time and you're used to typing, then go ahead and type it. Okay, it doesn't really matter. The point of this exercise is to start to get yourself to think differently and to think in a different direction, because you're never going to manifest anybody back if you're thinking negative thoughts about them, if you're still angry at them. It's not going to happen. And energetically, by doing that, you are repelling them. Now, they may or may not be aware of it from wherever they're at in the world or in the circumstance that the two of you face. But what I want you to do is to start sending different energy to them. In order to do that, you have to start loving them again. So number 1 is to do that. So I want you to sit down and I want you to write down everything that you can think of that you love about this person. Write down to, I don't know, I love the shape of their teeth. All right, I love her belly button. I have a friend who loves belly buttons. Listen, whatever it is, it's fine. I don't judge, but I live in the great Pacific Northwest. Let me tell you something, around here pretty much anything goes. So it doesn't matter what it is. Be as detailed as you can. What you're going to start to find as you start doing this, it may seem difficult at first because maybe you're still angry. I love her smile, but she's such a bitch. She smiles when she's a bitch too, things like that, right? She smiled when she dug her knife into my back, no, you gotta see, you're gonna have that a little bit in the beginning, but I want you to keep going anyway. I love her smile. What do I love about it? It's warm. I love the way he looks at me. That shows me that he loves me in such a genuine way, right? Such a deep way. I love her laugh. I love the way she giggles goofily at certain things that are goofy, but I love it anyway. I love when she's happy. I love seeing her happy. See, that's what you want. That's the quality. That's the kind of feeling that you want to capture with this exercise. All right. You want to start thinking of all the positive aspects that you can think of. And even if that relates to positive memories that you have of the two of you, write those down too. Because what you're going to start to find is, even though it may seem difficult at first, it's going to get easier as you keep going in this list. You're going to start finding it easier, and you're going to start getting a little smile on your face. I've done this so many times, and halfway through, I'm already so involved in the process that I forget all about all the ways in which I hated them in that moment, or I was angry at them for. So halfway through, I'm now smiling to myself, right? And when you get that, then you're on the right track. That's what you're doing, and you want to keep going. You want to keep going, okay, until you just run out of things. If you have 100 items, that's fine. Just keep doing this. Make the time for this exercise, okay? And then milk that feeling and keep reading the list. Read the list every day, about 5 times, I would say, all right, to yourself. And then imagine them in that light. Imagine them smiling that smile that you love. Imagine them cooking that food, because maybe they're a good cook, right? And they made you something that was really delicious that you loved. Imagine them making that for you. Yeah, this is very important. So, number 1, if you are in a situation where you need to, where you're still angry, where the breakup is still fresh, where you're still spending most of your day having negative thoughts about this person, but you want them back, so you know that you love them. If you didn't love them, you wouldn't want them back. All right. So tap into that energy. That's the energy you want to tap into. And you want to do this every day until it becomes comfortable for you to think of them in a positive light again, the way you used to. Because remember, right now you may be thinking, well, I need them to change their thinking about me so I can get back together with them. That's not how this works. All right, folks, that's not how this stuff works. All right? You don't focus on them changing their behavior. You need to change your behavior. And the way that you change your behavior is you change your mindset. All right? And the way you change your mindset is that you just sit down and do it. You just bloody do it. All right? Don't expect them to change right now. They're not going to. They will change. They will change in your life. They will show up differently in your experience. And you watch. I'm right about this. What will happen when you go do this exercise every day, start feeling better about them? You'll feel a different energy coming from them. They may even contact you out of the blue. If you've been out of contact for a while, I don't know. They may even do that, okay? But you have to change your perception of them first. Because that's what this is about. This is your stage. This is your holodeck. This is your creation. This is your reality. And what you want is you want to create a reality where you have another relationship with this person. You can't do it if you hate them. You can't do it if you're angry at them. You can't do it if you curse them all day in your mind. Okay? You can't do it if you're trying to play tricks on them all the time. Whatever it is. All right? Stop texting them. Stop emailing them. Stop stalking them. Focus only on the good things about them. All right? So that's number one. That's all I want you to do right now for this video, this exercise. I want you to start today. I want you to do it every day. And then I want you to leave me a comment and let me know how your state of being has changed as a result of this exercise. Because I guarantee if you keep it up, if you do it from a place of honesty, a place of heart energy, a place of love for yourself too. If you do this, you will notice a change in your mood, in your attitude, and in your inner dialogue regarding this person, okay? And I want you to let me know about it, all right? Also, if you have any questions, I want you to let me know any questions. Either email me at the email address at the end of this video, or I will also have it down in the description box, or just leave me a question down below. All right. The more viewers I get for this channel, the more subscribers, the more I'm going to be getting questions. And I love getting your questions, and I want to answer them in future videos. And I also will eventually, when we have enough people on this channel. It's still a new channel, I understand, and none of you know who I am, really. That's okay. You'll get to know me. And if this material is of any value to you, then you'll keep coming back. So at some point in the future, I will have live videos, and then I will also answer questions through that format. Okay? But it's not worth it just yet. All right? So I hope this has been of value to you. Please give it a try. At least give it a try. Okay? And I wish you all the best. And until next time, I'm Tarkan. And have a great week. Tuesday, right? Yeah, have a great week. Take care.